welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing something that is so highly requested. It will be how to do your taxes as a stripper. Now there are so many misconceptions that strippers don't pay their taxes and they don't, you know, do all the stuff by the books, which is true. Some strippers don't, and that's fine. They choose to just keep it off the books, keep cash in hand, do whatever they want. I do not choose to do that, and neither does Rosie. We find it's much better to do our taxes, pay all that kind of stuff, because you can claim everything on tax. So we can claim our makeup, our hair, nails. I can't claim my lash extensions sadly, but Rosie can claim her strip lashes, which is great. You can claim, yeah, outfits, pleasers, literally everything. You can claim your door fee if you pay door fee. You can claim to and from work petrol expenses. You can claim your car expenses. There is so much you can claim on tax if you do pay your taxes. So I'm going to show you guys what I do personally. Rosie's setup is slightly different, but I'm going to show you mine. So I go through my family accountant. As my parents do know, I am a stripper. I have no concerns with, even though it's not legal for my accountant to tell my parents, you know, there is that kind of conflict of interest, but my parents do know, they are aware that I'm a stripper, and so I go to the family accountant. He's aware of everything I do. He takes care of my stripping money. He also takes care of my OnlyFans money, as I pay taxes on both of them. Obviously, they go into my company account.
So if you want to operate as a sole trader and not a business owner, all you need to do is get an ABN. They are completely free. You just Google apply for an ABN, go to the website and press apply or reapply for an ABN. Yeah, super easy and free, and you do actually need an ABN to work for yourself and dance in Queensland. Now, if you would like to own a company like myself and Rosie, just type in register a business, and then go to the first one, business registration service, super easy. Go down to where it says register a company and click that. Bear in mind this will cost you about $500. You will need to apply for an Australian company and company name, and you'll also need to apply for an ABN, as you do need both. You'll also need to register for Payg, which we will talk about later in this video, and you'll need to register for GST if you are earning over $70,000 a year. I do believe that's the correct number. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Press next and follow the prompts.
So I will show you guys basically how I keep track of all my money. That goes straight into my account, and my accountant looks at that. He sees my deposits, and then he will take my correct tax from that and do it as a Payg. So that is pay as you go. So that is paid every quarter, I believe. So every 3 months, you take out all the tax that you owe from paying an employee. So I am registered as an employee under the company. This is going to get confusing, so just bear with me. I pay myself every week a pay. So I take what I make and I pay myself a portion of that money. I write myself a pay slip, and then that goes into my personal account. So that's how you pay your Payg. So whatever you're withholding from an employee, that gets taken to the tax office. So for example, I will give you guys an example. Say I pay myself $600. I make maybe $1,500 in a weekend, and I will pay myself $600. Of that, maybe $150 will go to tax. That $150 is part of your Payg, so your pay as you go. And then 3 months worth of $150 is a lot of money. So that goes straight to the tax office, and my accountant takes care of that, which is awesome. I did do it for myself for a while. It was very confusing. I did not enjoy trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing, but I do keep a track now of all my pay slips. I have everything accumulated. The tax is accumulated on the pay slip, so basically you just take that number, put it on the Payg, and you send it off. Now he does it online for me, which is even easier. So I'm very grateful that I have an accountant for that. So that's awesome. But yeah, that's why we both, Rosie and myself, we pay ourselves a wage each week, because when you have pay slips as a stripper, it is so much easier to get loans, to get like all that kind of stuff. So I got approved for this apartment in 1 day because I had pay slips, I had my bank statements, I had everything done by the book. It was all like out, and you can see like the deposits are really big each week. So they're like, oh, obviously she's making enough money to do this. If I was not claiming my money and I had my cash just like in my bedside table, which I did do for a while, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did it for a while, I would have nothing. I work my day job maybe 2 or 3 days a week, and it's not enough money to pay the rent for this apartment. So it's really important, I believe, and Rosie does believe as well, for strippers to be paying their taxes. It is so much easier in the long run, I promise you guys. So what I'm going to show you guys now is how I personally keep track of my income. I really don't have to do this because all of it goes straight into my bank account anyway and my accountant takes care of it, but I like to do it for myself. I keep a month total, a day total, and a shift average. So I can just track my own workings and just, you know, see how I'm tracking, see which months are good, see which months are not good, and just, you know, figure it out. I think it's really interesting, and it shows you what days are good, what months are good, all that kind of stuff. So I will show you guys now my Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so this is my Excel spreadsheet here. As you can see, it says financial year 21 income track. Now, I only started tracking last October. So I've got October, November, December, Jan 21, Feb 21, March 21, and this was my first weekend working in April, so I have not filled this in yet. I'm going to do it with you guys. So as you can see here, when I worked in Brisbane, we did not separate tips and wage. It was all combined. So this is all was just cash in hand. This is what I was making each day. This is the weekend that I moved to the vault. So we got tips and our wages separately, as this was the part that went into our bank account and this was the cash in hand. And this was the total. As you can see, I went from $800 or $900 a night to $1,700 and $1,900. So that was a really, really good month for me. I made 10 grand that month and the shift average was $986.80, which is a great month for me. Now, November, I actually worked a lot less days than October, as you can see. And every single night that I worked in November, I made, you know, almost $1,500 and over. It was a great, great month for me. So in way less shifts, I still made 9 grand and the shift average was $1,293, which is fantastic. Even better in December, again, you can see the money, you know, 2,000, 14, 2,100, 19, 15, etc. December was fantastic for me as well. So yeah, 10 grand and $1,500 shift average. So this is basically how I keep track of everything. And you can see it kind of starts dropping off. I haven't done it, I've been super lazy, but you can see that the amounts start dropping off and not getting great in February, March, not fantastic. I do need to fill in April, so I will be doing that with you guys now. So that spreadsheet is basically how I keep track of, yeah, like I said, all of my money. I need to kind of go through and do my month totals, shift averages, etc. I need to sort that out. But yeah, so that's how I keep track of it. Now that then I take over to what is called Xero, Xero. Now Xero is the accounting software that you can pay for monthly, which is also a tax deduction, which is great. I pay that monthly and then yeah, I claim it all on tax. I mainly use my Xero account for paying myself, so it gives you the opportunity to create payslips and pay yourself as an employee. Okay, so this is a different day. I put my jumper on so it kind of looks the same. My camera did die when I was filming this, so I'm filming it on 2 separate days. I wanted to redo this next part where I'm filming how to make a payslip. I wanted to screen record it on my computer because the quality is like really bad. But I'm now locked out of my Xero account. I can't remember, I think it's because I can't remember one of my security questions. So I can't get into my Xero account, so I can't re-record it, but I basically just wanted to show you guys how I do make a payslip. I might make another like follow-up video or something on how to use Xero a little bit later on, but this is like the main thing you do need to be all you need to know is how to make a payslip. So the end of the world, but basically on this you just go into, I think it's accounting and then pay employees, and then this is the following step. My real name is up here, so I'm not super keen on showing you guys that. But for example, you can add your earnings. So I will change that obviously. Any deductions that happen that week. So for example, any fuel, anything that goes straight in there. You can see I automatically have PayG written in here. So that is the tax that is taken out. So you guys would see on your normal pay slips at your job, there's always tax taken out. So that goes straight to the ATO, and that company you work for is paying their pay as you go tax. You can add your super. I do pay myself super and we'll go into that. And any reimbursements, I don't do that as I don't feel the need to reimburse myself. It's all my money, so it doesn't really matter. So for example, I'm going to add an earnings line. Now I'm going to do maybe because I need to change it over because I haven't been working. So I'm going to do maybe 20 hours at $28 an hour, $560. See here, the $560 and the payee, it automatically is taken out. So payee, $49 comes out of $560, that straight to the ATO. Now superannuation, I do it through a percentage of earnings. So you go okay, and I only do 5%. So I put $28 into my superannuation, which is through ING, and I pay myself that every single week. I do no reimbursements, and then I click save. So now that I've created that pay run for the week, I have just emailed it to myself. I keep it. So I email myself the pay slips usually on Sundays. I get home, do everything, send it off, and I pay myself every Wednesday. I probably am going to change it. I'm probably going to start paying myself on Monday so I have the money there. That's a good thing about owning your own company is you can be super flexible. So you can change how much you earn a year, how much you earn a month. You can choose how much you keep in your company. You can choose how much you keep in your personal. There's so much flexibility with it, and it's oh, good. The emails just come through for my pay slips. That's fantastic. Yeah, there's so much room for flexibility in it, which I really, really enjoy. And it's just so good to be able to claim everything on tax. It's super professional, and yeah, I really, really like it.
So as you can see, this is what one of my pay slips looks like for the pay ending on the 25th of April. So up the top, you can see I pay myself weekly, I've given myself a salary, and I work on a full-time employment. This pay, I gave myself, as you saw, $560, and with the tax taken out, $511. You can see the year to date I've earned personally $12,500, which is what I've paid myself. The tax I have paid is $1,870. Again, that's the payee, the pay as you go, straight to the tax office. And the super, I do pay myself only a tiny bit of super, so $267. Again, like I said, this is super flexible. You can change it all around. It's awesome. I love it.
So the next thing I want to show you guys is where I keep all my receipts and what I do with them and how you get your money back basically for everything that you buy. So this is where I keep all my receipts. So I have my fuel, my makeup, my work expenses, and my business expenses. I keep it all separate. That's not really necessary. I just do it for myself. It's all just sitting in here being messy. I have actually uploaded them all to my Dropbox, so there is a way to keep everything a little bit neater and cleaner, is to create a Dropbox account that you will share with your accountant or just for yourself and whatever you need to do. So I keep a Dropbox account just of, I take a photo of all of my receipts. I do keep the hard copies because I actually am under the impression you need to keep either a photo or a hard copy for 7 years, I think it is. Just so if there is any discrepancies with the ATO, you can go back and just confirm that you did pay for different items. So I have taken a photo of all of these receipts and I've uploaded them to a Dropbox. My accountant does have access to that, but again, it is good to just keep them for yourself as well. So if you don't have an accountant that continually does it throughout the year for you, at the end of the financial year, you can add up all of your tax write-offs, add them all up, and that is your deduction.
So this is what my Dropbox account looks like. I have created a new album that says tax write-offs. I just basically, like I said, take a photo of all of my receipts. You can see here, Kmart, Strand bags, got my nails done, plenty from Kinky Closet, shout out to them. I buy so much stuff from them, and my accountant has access to this, and I basically just claim all the money that I spent.
Trust me when I say it is so much easier to go through an accountant to do all of this, as you just have to do so much Googling and research yourself otherwise. So I highly, highly suggest looking for an accountant. So the final thing I want to show you guys is tax invoicing and how you invoice the club that you work for. Now, this is not the same thing for every club. Obviously, every club is different. The way the Vault does it, I really, really like. I email through my tax invoice every single week. I write how much I've made, all my ABNs, everything like that. I literally just send it to them. They transfer it to my bank account that week. It's awesome. It's super, super easy. So I'm going to show you guys what a tax invoice looks like and how I email it, how I fill it out, and we'll have a look.
At the top here I have all my tax invoices, so I will click on that. As you can see, it's all of my tax invoices starting from last December, I think. And I'll show you guys what the template looks like. So this is the invoice template. At the top it has my name, and I trade under Poppy, it says. The date and the Vault's ABN and trading name must be put in there. Where it says room hire, that is what my dance commission is. So that's basically just hiring out the room for me to work in. So that's my commission for the night. This is from a long time ago. I put the subtotal in and the total, and down the bottom I just put my account name, my BSB, and the account number, and that goes straight into there. It is super easy.
So that is pretty much it, guys. That is how I pay my taxes as a company owner and working for myself. Now, I would like to say, obviously, take this whole video with a grain of salt, because this is not how to pay taxes as a sole trader. I know 99% of strippers will act under a sole trader, but I do not do that. And that's why I'm not 100% sure if this is going to help or not. But basically, if you are wanting to be a sole trader as a stripper, all you need to do, go and get an ABN, keep all of your receipts that you pay for stuff for work, and go and see an accountant. That's all you have to do. It is super, super easy. This video is for if you are wanting to own a company, write yourself pay slips, like employ yourself, that kind of thing. It is just the next step up. Bear in mind, it will cost you about $500 to register this, but I believe it's worth it. I think you get all your money back in terms of getting better tax benefits. So yeah, keep that in mind. So if you're wanting to do the company, all you have to do, like I said, get your ACN and ABN, download the Xero accounting software, familiarize yourself with that. There's heaps and heaps of tutorials online. Pay yourself a weekly wage and get an accountant if you want to for your payee. Again, when you are registered as a company, you will get sent your payee every month, and you can just pay it with cash or an online e-pay. They give you the details, you send it off, and all your tax will be accumulated on your payslip. It is very easy and just takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of Googling. So I hope this video has helped you guys a little bit, and hope it has kind of stopped some stereotypes. Every single stripper doesn't pay their taxes and does everything by the book, because that's what I do. This is what Rosie does. We both find it very beneficial. Again, like I said, I got my apartment straight away because I did everything by the book. So hopefully this helps. Please drop any questions you have, and I try and help you guys out with them, because I probably didn't cover everything in this video, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of how to pay taxes as a stripper.